We came to check on this one. What's happening? Sheep moving day. Beautiful, beautiful day. We've actually got a plant. We're gonna probably plant our corn and plant some peas today. But first we gotta get these guys moved across the lake. So we're gonna actually go out here, go across by the pig forest, run all the way around by the big red truck right there, go down the dam, come all the way on the other side and see where they're at. They're way over there. Aiden's already got a net set up. So that's what our plans are. You going with me?
Yeah.
Can you run it?
I can run all them.
You can run all of them?
Yeah.
All right, you guys stay close to me because Mr. Trump may want to run you over, okay?
How fat is?
He's not fat. He's got a lot of hair. Come on, go.
Come on, deep, deep, deep. Come on, deep, 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 deep. Wait on me, Dada. Wait.
Come on, sheep, 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 sheep. Come on, sheep, 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 sheep. Come on, Jay.
Come on, Deep. Come on.
Come on, sheep, 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 sheep. Can you back? You come on.
Yeah. Did like 2 times.
This is where we did work on the dam. You see that big road almost looking like? We repacked the dam right there. So that's actually what that is and why there's no grass there. That's how we had to fix the dam. It was busted right there in the middle. It's gonna be pretty tomorrow. We may make some time to go fishing. I don't know if we have time today because we're gonna try to get a lot planted, but tomorrow may be a fishing day. Come on, sheep, 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 sheep. Brought a bale of hay over here, fresh bale of hay. Not in their net, but where I could break some off of it by some chairs. And they've got some alfalfa here. They've got some gorgeous grass. It's really starting to come up.
What's in there, Dada?
Come on, sheep, 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 sheep. They almost get you?
Yeah. They go back over there, baby.
All right, so we went all the way over there, huh?
Yeah.
We got to go back and get all that stuff now.
Yeah.
It's warmed up though, so it's fishing season. It's pretty much upon us, huh?
Can't wait.
Am I gonna beat you in fishing tomorrow?
Hmm?
I'm gonna beat you in fishing tomorrow.
Right.
I'm gonna catch more.
I'll go fish with you.
You wanna go fish with me too?
Yeah.
The girls didn't help us. They're inside helping Miss Mac. Miss Mac is actually doing our lard. How much lard do you think she's got in there?
Big old bowl full of
She's probably got 50 pounds worth of lard to process. So she's doing that while we're doing this. Aiden's got the charger. We're supposed to get the nets. These nets will probably double and let them go straight to the cows instead of trying to build a new fence today because they're going in an area that doesn't have fence. So we may just use...
I need pee.
Okay, go ahead and pee-pee. So I guess we'll go and use these nets, get one more, and that'll take care of the cows for the day.
Camera.
You hold the camera?
Yeah.
All right, let's get these nets up and we'll take them over to where the cows are going to be. Now, 4 nets. We're going to put the cows in for the time being. That'll get us our 2 reels, our 2 Gallagher reels back to where we can put them back here on this fresh green grass next week. It's not, they have 1 bale of hay. They have some grass in here. It's decent grass. But it's really just to get them off where they're at now. Clover where Aiden was walking, and then it's got some Bermuda growing right here in Bahia. Some of that's starting to green back up, and then it has a little rye still, or rye or fescue. I can't tell. I'm not over there looking at it, but it's really pretty good quality for at least 2 or 3 days. Plus, we've taken the steer. The steer are not with them anymore. They're with where we move the mamas every night. We're trying to keep them separate, grow them on out. That way the bulls can have no competition with them getting bothered by not breeding these mamas. We need Quarantino breeding mamas, and I think he's got the dairies bred. I've been watching him, and he's come over with them the last 2 weeks, and now he's not showing any interest. So I'm thinking he's already bred both of them, which is awesome. What that also does, and again, I love milking, but it does give me a break. If they do breed now, which is what they should be, it will give me a break when it comes to year ends. The fall season, which is my favorite season of the year, that October, November, December, we may have a milking break, and I might not be milking. We might be having babies right there at the first of December or January. Two nets up, we'll get 2 more to go. You see they're waiting. They know what they're supposed to do is move. Our peas and all are coming up. This is our potato beds. They've not really started growing yet, which I wish they would. They should. They should have started growing about a week ago, but they're not. So we'll watch them and kind of keep an eye on them. But and our peas are coming up really nice in our what we call our arbor area. This is where our arbors are. This is where we usually grow our cucumbers, and we'll grow cucumbers, and then of course the pole English peas. We don't typically go pole beans anymore. We used to, but this last year we used it for lupus. So lupus did really good through here. Actually, they did so good that, like Misty said, we may have some seed throughout, and we may have some lupus growing in just a few weeks. These are English peas that we're trying. They're a bush variety to see if we can get them to grow without having any kind of arbors. We actually love English peas, but we don't grow them just because of the pole. A lot of times we don't have the room for pole beans or a way for them to climb. So this is a variety we're going to try. They have tons of shade right here. This is what I wish all my fields look like. See this right here? This is all the dead grass from last year, and it's died. But look underneath how it's kept the ground really warm. And see all this green grass growing underneath it, clover. There's some little bahia coming up right here, Bermuda. And I wish every field I had looked like this, where it kind of insulated itself, because that's what helps this pasture deep bed. If only every pasture looked like that. When we say out with the old, in with the new, it kind of is a different concept with all this, huh? So we're trying to make room. What are we doing?
Well, this is all lard from our lard hogs. It's been in the freezer that I am now canning. And I have a bunch of birds up there I have to do too, because it was literally a freezer full of birds and lard. So I've got over a gallon plus 2 crock pots behind me.
You sealed these. Typically we turn them upside down to tell why they're still not upside down.
Well, those have been over there. But when I get done with this one, I'll flip it upside down because I want to heat up the lid and for it to seal, because you don't have to.
How long do you want it to seal for? How long do you want it to sit on its own seal or own lid?
I usually let it stay for like 5 minutes, and then I'll flip it over.
It's supposed to be for longer, is it not?
Just long enough to heat the lid, to make sure that the lid is really good and hot, because this that I'm messing with is very hot. I'm burning the
People don't
stew
realize
out of my
how
fingers.
important lard is for our farm and for our family. Talk about, I mean, we cook with it all the time.
Yep. So I'm just trying to get it all rendered down, and because this is so hot, it's actually still sizzling. Once I get the lid on and flip it upside down, it'll just heat that lid so it can seal, if that's what you're asking.
Tonight is grill night too, so we've got some ground beef, our ground pork, and our ground lamb. Man, we're cooking the farm tonight, aren't we?
Pretty much. Everything.
Hey, are you over there sweeping? What are you doing? Come on, girl. All right, Tino. That wire scared you, didn't it, dude? Positive note, they don't even want to step over the hot wire, which is a good thing. That helps us keep the cows in. You see Quarantino is hanging with Allie. He's been hanging with Allie for the last few days. So I think he's definitely bred her. He's already bred Josie, I know, because Josie was already, he gave her attention about 2 weeks ago, and he ain't paid her no more attention since then. All right, let's get these Gallagher reels undone. With us moving so much animals, not having the nets or having these Gallagher reels with the Gallagher poly wire, or even having the smart fences by Gallagher, I couldn't imagine us doing what we do, and I couldn't afford the fence to do it. So these work out great. And see what it does, look, because we can move them so fast. Look at where they were just a few weeks ago. Look how green that is. They were just there like 2 weeks ago. So by them dropping their urine that gives nitrogen back to the soil, drops the manure that allows the fertilization to go all over. The water's ran over it, and look how green that already is, and they're not coming back there for a few more weeks. So it will be beautiful. I love to see that because we're starting to see some of that spring grass really start coming up. And that's what's so good about temporary fencing and using things like these Gallagher products. Phenomenal. So we came to check on this one.
Wait, what is that?
What's happening?
She's had 9 babies. Let's just pray we can keep them all.
They're so small though.
They're little, yeah.
They're not small as peppers, actually. What is
They're
that
cute
after?
They're full black, it looks like. I don't see any color on them.
That's like red stuff or that. There was a brown one that was
Please put that stick
just thought we can't distract the mama.
So we actually caught her in a live birth. She's actually passing
Well,
the
she's
placenta.
had all the
looks like.
babies, but looks like she's going through the afterbirth
What is
stage.
it after
There's some
birth?
small ones. They're all nursing, but they're all just so. There's 2 or 3 that's tiny.
Yeah, then she ate it. Ew.
We got all the bacon finally cut up. The ham is curing. We got all the skin off, so we're fixing to go ahead. This is regular pork belly. I'm gonna go ahead and put some organic Himalayan salt on it, and also some brown sugar, organic brown sugar. We'll coat them down, flip them every day, and man, we'll be making some bacon. And we got all the extra skin off. Look at these slabs. Look how big these slabs are. This is one side, and that's the other side. So we've got the hams curing, we got the bacon curing. The main thing with bacon is you want to make sure your salt, pepper, and sugar are covered all the way throughout. There's no skin showing, no kind of bacon meat showing. It will stay submerged in this, and every day we will rotate the one that's on top, on bottom, and flip it, same way. One's on bottom, on top, flip it. And we'll make sure we cover, make sure they stay submerged in the salt, sugar brine, and also make sure everything is covered in there. We've got brown sugar, salt, and pepper. We always like putting a lot of black pepper on this. It just gives a better taste, especially when we go into the smoker. Gives a little spice to it, but not too much. And the kids love it too. This is our bacon. We've gotten to where if we are eating someone else's bacon, or we're eating like a store-bought bacon or something like that, even a healthier or natural cured out bacon or smokehouse bacon from a local butcher, it's just not the same. We get so spoiled to our bacon. We'll flip it for the next few days. The main thing is you want that bacon to not have any moisture on it every time you're flipping. And once you get to the point where you're flipping, dumping the excess moisture off, covering it back up, and you can do that without any issues, and you have no water, no moisture on the bacon, and it's dried out on the outside, that means it's ready to go. So we'll put it straight into the smoker in probably about 5 to 7 days. These are bigger bacons, bigger pork belly, excuse me. So I figure they'll take a little bit longer. Usually it's 4 to 5 days. I figure I'm gonna probably go 7 just to make sure the cure is in there, make sure they do well. When you don't cure it out all the way, you get the bacon flavor, but it burns. You wanna make sure it's not burning by adding that extra time, making sure everything is cured out like it's supposed to and is penetrating the meat all the way throughout.